already know what it is, another winning weekend. I do hope y'all are having a wonderful, blessed weekend. First off, let me start by saying thank you. I appreciate you for tuning in to Living Life for the Culture with Ty, also known as Twana Yvette. That would be me. So, if you just got back in the dating scene and you're trying to make a really good impression, you've invited that someone over to your place, it's the first time they're going to be stopping by. Also, for all of you that's already in a relationship, pretty long term at this point, but it's time for you to start cleaning up for all the years that you've been collecting, right? You got the keepsakes, you got the old shoes, the old hats, the jeans, right? It's all starting to accumulate. And then again, we cannot forget all of you that has recently gotten out of a relationship. It's time to clean up all the years that you've accumulated with that significant other, right? In some very simple steps that you can do with some very easy to use products. So it's time to organize and declutter and put your time management skills to use. In other words, you've logged on to the simple steps you can take to stop hoarding 101. Let's just get right into it. Let's start with this storage bin. Nothing over the top, nothing too complicated. You zoom in right there. Really wonderful size to start. Get about 1 or 2 of these, okay? Clear. They have all sorts of colors. Where you can get them, you ask? Amazon, Walmart, Target, okay? Any one of those. Great price. About $9.99, 10, maybe 11, 12, right in that area. You're gonna find those, again, Amazon, Walmart, Target. Nice storage bin, you caught the size. It fits absolutely fantastically in just about any closet. Small to large, of course, you got the nice walk-in, even better. Again, start with about 1 or 2 of those. You don't have to make it complicated. It isn't. Remember, these are the simple steps, okay? Nothing over the top. Get about 1 or 2 of those to start. You got old shoes, put them in there. No extra, color coordinating, nothing like that. Put them in the bin. Old jeans, put them in the bin. Shorts, dress shirts, pajamas, put them in a bin. Hats, what have you, sweaters, coats, put them in the bin. You don't have to make this anything long and drawn out. It will take you just a matter of minutes. Pull those things out of the way. That'll allow you to be able to go right into what it is you do actually wear daily. These things that you haven't worn in years, put them in the bin, okay? Moving on. So that's the first one. Again, first impressions, that's the one that's gonna last, right? You invited them over to your place, okay? It's time to neaten things up. You wanna get things organized. You wanna declutter. You wanna make a really good impression. It's only gonna take a matter of minutes. We're not making this complicated, right? Same for those that's been in a relationship for a while, right? Can't even park the car in the garage anymore for all the tools and other items that you've collected over the years. It's time to organize and declutter. It will take you a matter of minutes to get those things in a couple bins, right? Let's go ahead and get them in the bin, get them out of the way, spilling all over into the kitchen, into the living room, from out of your closet, they're heading into areas of the bedroom. Hey, I most certainly understand, the weekend comes around, you definitely want to take a few minutes, like for the gamers, and enjoy yourself, play a few games. The last thing you want to be doing is spending a lot of time on organizing, decluttering. It can be overwhelming at times, especially when it's just you. How about moms and dad, the parents that's out there? It's a lot already just to be managing the children, but then let alone the house is starting to get out of order, right? The things you've collected over the years, they're piling up. They're starting to spill over. It's a storage space, right? Overwhelming spillage. It's starting to show up a little bit of everywhere. When it comes to you've moved on now, you're no longer in that relationship. It lasted for the time that it lasted, but it's time to move on. You're ready to clean up. You're ready to declutter, right? Let's organize. So let's move those things out. You don't want to look at them day in and day out, right? All of these items that you have accumulated over the years, still haven't gotten rid of them, not utilizing them, unable to fit them. Women, y'all know what I'm talking about. Men, same for y'all. So it's time. How about all you out there that's in school? Oh my God, you can barely, take a minute to just eat something that you need to scarf it down in 5 minutes or less and get back to the studies, get back to those papers, get back to, oh my goodness, just trying to keep everything in line. It is a lot. It's, again, especially when it's just you. Okay, next up. Got a bunch of papers, files, and things that you haven't quite taken care of in I don't know how many years. Let's keep it very simple. File folders, okay? Let's get those invoices, all those documents, whatever. I don't know, maybe you just moved into a house. Whatever it is, deeds, it doesn't matter. Let's get all those papers put in a file. Do you have to title each one? No, you do not at this time. For now, you can just say all the red is from like A to, I don't know, F, okay? That you can just make all of them red. Then from, say, F onto letter O, you want to put everything in the black folders, right? Okay? Keeping it simple, remember? Matter of minutes, short and simple, nothing complicated. We can go to blue, right? From letter O onto Z. Let's make it blue, okay? Again, nothing complicated. We're keeping it very simple. This will take you a matter of minutes to get all of those papers, okay? Next. This guy right here. Same thing with this one. Now, these right here, little short guys, these are my favorite, okay? This one, not so much anymore. Used to, not anymore. And I'll tell you why. Be careful. If you bump into these guys, you risk breaking it off in the computer. It's not going to be any good to you after that. It's simple, drop and drag. You can actually, click onto each of the ones you again have thrown all throughout your desktop. Click on each one of them. You want to be mindful that you don't click so quickly, because what it'll do is it'll copy them. Now you'll have a second set all over your desktop. So again, click on them, drag them, or you can just again left click and hit send to, send them to this particular drive, the one you have now, your new one, and that's it. Nothing long and drawn out, very simple. It'll take you a matter of minutes. Let me just say, both of them are fantastic. Of course, there's all type of storage, gigs and so forth, so that's up to you. It just depends on how much you have you're trying to store, to clean up. Photos, videos, of course videos take up more space, so again, that's your decision. However, that's the reason that I use the shorter one. It's my favorite, and that is why, so that I don't risk that happening, getting up, taking a stretch break, grabbing something to drink, what have you, that you have just broken the dang drive. So you want to be very mindful of that. If you do end up getting this one here, it has happened to me, so yes, that is why I don't promote these right here per se, and if I do mention them, I always mention them with that caution. So just let me say, whichever one you all decide to use, I like ScanDisk and PNY. Either one are really good brands. They last long. I haven't had any file corruption or anything like that. So again, it's really up to you. Very simple, very quick to do, takes minutes, not a lot of brain work. I know it can be overwhelming. It's just you to sort it out. It's things that you've accumulated over the years, what have you. Again, it takes just a matter of minutes, not a lot of complication. Put it in a bin. You don't have to label everything. You don't have to, you can. You don't have to label everything. Again, the files, you don't have to do that. Get everything in a file. That way, there's a place for everything that you've accumulated. It's neatened up, it's organized, you're decluttering. Of course, if you want to take the time to get rid of some of those things, again, instead of putting it in the bin, you can take the time and get those things down and bless someone else, okay? Things you haven't been able to use in years, things you can no longer fit. Bless someone, let that be a blessing to someone else. Don't forget that. That is even a more important reason to get those things out of the way of where you're headed, out of the way of that, putting a strain on your relationship, out of the way of ruining a really good impression. That first gathering, that first get together over at your place, that's the kind of things you want to, keep in mind going forward. Again, we're talking about simple steps, Let's go ahead and combat the hoarding. It's just starting. This is not for all of those. I'm not talking about people who actually need professional help when it comes to hoarding. We're talking about those who are just now getting started, where things are starting to accumulate, they're getting slightly out of control. That's who this video is for, okay? So if you know someone, do please share, okay? If it's you, do please pay attention. If you have any questions, leave your comments, leave your concerns. Again, you can get each of these products to include the file folders, include the flash drives. Takes a matter of minutes, nothing complicated, very simple steps. We're not getting into the deep dive of how you can thoroughly organize and narrow everything down to labels and this and that and the third, color coding. No, we're not doing all that. This is the short version, the quick version, the one that you can do over a nice weekend. So if you have to watch this video for a second, maybe even third or fourth time, do please do just that. Why? Because I want to go ahead and get you prepared for that first date. Let's go ahead and get you ready for that. You want to make that first impression be the best one. Those of you who been in a relationship for some time now, but it's really starting to take a toll on you and them. So it no longer puts a strain on those that you love, and it doesn't continue to stress you out. That's what's important. It's going to get you organized. It's going to allow you to declutter and be able to free up your personal space, okay? That's what's important. Freeing up your personal space. So then there's those of you who's already, the relationship is done and over, right? It's in your rear view mirror. It's behind you now. Let's get organized. Let's declutter together. Again, watch it for the second, maybe even third, if not fourth time. Whatever is necessary to get you to that next level of organization, decluttering, okay? And let's go ahead and implement that time management skill. I know you got it. This is going to take you a matter of minutes. Simple products to use, right? Don't forget the storage bin, okay? And then we got the folders for you as well. Be sure you leave a comment, hit like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay safe. Thank you for tuning in. Why? It's for the culture, y'all.